On the system certification,
every single abbreviation will be spelled out. I think MAC alone has 3 or 4 abbreviations, but on the exam, you will clearly know which one they mean. So in this case, it's a message authentication code. It's a hash function using a key. That could be CBT-MAC, which uses cipher block chaining from one of the symmetric encryption forms, like DES for instance. It provides integrity and authenticity. If you remember back on the hashing, we can see if something was changed, but we do not know what was changed. Only that the integrity is compromised. In hashed MAC, we combine a shared key with the hashing. Since it's shared or pre-shared, both sides have to have it before we can exchange information. The extender would use XOR, where they combine the plaintext with a shared key, and then we would hash that using a hashing algorithm. And this hash is then combined with the key again, creating the HMAC. The receiver then does the same. They compare their HMAC to the sender's HMAC, and if they are identical, the sender is authenticated. We have looked at TLS and SSL before. This is how we provide the confidentiality and authentication for our web traffic. And we use those for most of the things we do online: web browsing, email, internet faxing, IMs, voice over IP. And you download the digital certificate from that site, which includes the server's public key. And since it uses TCP, you can see the normal TCP 3-way handshake over here on the right. SYN, SYN-ACK, ACK. At that point, the session is established. Then the client sends the SSL version protocol, the session ID, a list of cipher suites it supports, and the hello extensions. The server sends the same. It selects the cipher, and it can, but it doesn't always, send a client certificate. Then the client sends the pre-master secret, and at this point, this is where the server would authenticate the client. Most often, it does not happen. This happens if we need to ensure that both sides are who they say they are. On most web servers, the web server does not care who you are. They're just excited you're on their website. But if we need a highly secure environment and we do need web traffic, I might have to authenticate to the server that I try to access. Once I agree on the parameters, the client sends a finish, the server sends a finish, and then they start exchanging information. SSL is widely used on websites. We're currently on version 3, and it is not as secure as TLS. And there is a slight shift, but I think it'll take some years before TLS becomes more prevalent on websites. There are some places that use it, but not many. Right now, we mostly use TLS for internet chats and email clients.